So I introduced the 2% way in my last video, and I would like to pull out another profound statement that Dr. Roll made. Quote, if you see your life from a 30,000 foot view, your challenges would seem as large as the earth. But if you take tangible, incremental steps of edification every day, that which was once overwhelming will shrink to manageable size. End quote. So it kind of reminded me of when Kobe talked about the importance of having a long-term view, a long-term vision, and strategy for life. But unfortunately, sometimes as Christians, I think we have adopted the philosophy that whatever God's will is what has happened, happening, and will happen in our lives. Therefore, excusing us of actually working, excusing us of striving and strategizing to prepare and to accomplish those things that has been promised for us. We can easily accept that I don't have to give 100% at something because God is going to do it. And if he don't do it, then it wasn't for me. I used to think that way. And then Drake added fuel to the fire and to my reasoning and justification when he dropped God's plan. But we know that Drake said, while we partying, he's in the studio making music. So I think this philosophy, this theology is dangerous, and especially for African Americans. It's dangerous to excuse ourselves from cooperating with the plan of God. Many of the things that God has promised us is ready, but he is just waiting for us to take those steps of faith to receive. So yes, salvation it costs Jesus, but salvation is free for us. But once we come into the kingdom, like Pastor Nancy says, faith should make you the hardest working man or woman on the job or in your family. So Dr. Roll gives us a strategy in the 2% way that moves us beyond hoping to actually working and adding to our faith and moving in faith. He testifies, quote, the philosophy of growth through small incremental steps that carried me through each challenge I faced as an immigrant, academics, doctor, athlete, husband, father, nephew. Through the 2% way, I moved beyond the quick anger of my boyhood. I fulfilled the promise of my parents' sacrifice. I earned the respect and friendship of my teammates on and off the field. I found the love of a woman who would be by my side until one of us takes our last breath. I stepped fully into an identity that many refused to admit existed, an athlete and a scholar. The 2% way helped me build a life full of purpose and meaning. It can do the same for you. It takes away the pressure you feel when your problem seems insurmountable. End quote. In essence, allow God to give you direction and guidance, and then you do everything in your human strength to improve daily. God not only wants us to mature spiritually, but he wants us to sharpen the gifts and the talents that he has given us. And then with those gifts and those talents, you will be a blessing to your family, to the body of Christ, and to the world. So go ahead and go pick up the book for yourself and for a friend, and definitely get it for a young person. Jesus is Lord.